Hello everybody, welcome to this video about an issue with the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition update. If you are having an issue with connecting to the creation server Bethesda.net server, this video might fix it for you. This is specifically for the PC Steam version. So what you want to do is, this is specifically if you had modded it before. Now, you might have uninstalled F4SC or whatever. And if you're downgrading the game, I guess it doesn't really matter and you don't have this issue, but you won't be able to play with mods until F4SC is updated. But in this root directory of Fallout 4, wherever you have it installed on Steam or whatever you use to play the game, you're going to want to go ahead and find the files that you installed with F4SC, which is these 5 files. You brought this in, which I don't think you need, but I could be wrong. You can delete the source folder. There's nothing else in there. And then the scripts folder in the data subfolder, or the scripts subfolder in the data folder. Do not delete the main data folder because that has all of the information for Fallout 4. Base game, DLC, Creation Club that you downloaded previously, blah, blah, blah. So what you're going to want to do after that, after you've uninstalled all the F4SC stuff, is you're going to want to get the XSC stuff out as well. So that would be winhttp.dll and XSC plugin preloader.xml. And then after that, if you try to boot the game up, it's probably going to say something like missing DLL, need to blah, 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 find it and fix it up. So what you're going to want to do that fixed that for me was I deleted everything here. So none of the folders, but just all of the files. It's only like 62 megabytes. And then I deleted everything here. This I don't think is 100% necessary, but better safe than sorry, I guess. It's going to reset your graphics settings and I think some of your controls, save controls, but just delete that, delete these. And you can try it without that, but if it doesn't work, go ahead and, delete it and see. But after that, you're going to want to go into the Steam. You can go either here and click Properties, or you can right-click at Properties, Installed Files, and then verify the integrity of your game files. And what that's going to do is it's going to look over every single file that's in the installation, and then find the missing ones, and then try to verify. Can't verify, and it'll re-download them all. Now, once that's done, you're going to want to boot the game back up. And then what it's going to do then is it's going to say like, oh, we need to find your graphic settings, finding the optimal for your system, blah, 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 right? And then you'll want to go in the options and fiddle with anything you had before. But after that, it should boot up. And hopefully, if all goes well, it's taken a second to actually boot up for me, which I apologize for. But hopefully, if everything goes right, it should. I don't know why it's not booting up. If everything goes right, it should just work. It'll say like, thanks for downloading, the creations update or whatever, the anniversary update. There. Sorry, I guess I have to not click into it right away. But yeah, it's gonna boot up, and then it'll say right here like, oh, thank you, download whatever. Then the Fallout 4 updates, it should actually give you a message instead of saying like unable to get message of the day or whatever. And then you're gonna want to go to click in creations, and then just wait for it to load. It's gonna take a minute, and then as long as this screen shows up, you should be good from here on out. But there are a few other small things I want to mention. If you don't care, you can click off. One of the things, first and foremost, is people were having issues with this yesterday when it came out. If the thumbnails aren't loading and you try to download something, it is not going to download. You're going to want to wait for all the thumbnails and the rest of the metadata to download. But after that, you can go and do whatever. And this is the next thing. This is advertised with the Anniversary Edition trailer or announcement or whatever from the live stream, but it is not actually officially a part of the thing. So if you bought the DLC or whatever, it's not going to matter. You won't get this unless you actually physically go to here, and it should be front page right now. And just click get after everything loads, because it's free. So just get it. It's a cool piece of, armor and a new gun and a little quest line and a little tiny player home. So go ahead, do that. It's cool. Um, Other than that, oh, another thing too. Sorry, I gotta load back into it. If you press O in the creations menu, it will pop up a little menu that gives you a list of options. And what you can do is you go to download all owned creation club creations, and that'll download all the stuff before the other creations, everything that you bought if you bought the DLC. Or download all creations in my library, gets everything, including any mods that you've claimed beforehand. And then yeah, that's pretty much that's it for the actual game. And then the last thing, oh, actually second to last thing, because this also happens if you quit the game. At least for me, exiting to desktop for some reason makes it freeze. I don't know why it does that. I have to go close it in Task Manager. Might be the same for you. But then this is basically just a quick little PSA. So you see there's the Anniversary Edition, which is the base game with everything. There's the Anniversary Upgrade, and then there's the Creations Bundle. If you only own the base game, buy the Anniversary Upgrade, because that's going to give you all the DLC and the Creations Bundle for the same price as if you just bought the Game of the Year Edition, which comes with all the DLC. But if you own all the DLC already, get the Creations Bundle, because I've seen a few people on like Twitter and Reddit saying like, oh, I just spent $40 to get, all the Creation Club content, and I already owned all the DLC and stuff. If you just want the Creation Bundle, you already own everything else, get this. It just gives you everything, 150 whatever items or whatnot. And I know it has a lot of bloat because it has all of the extra paint jobs for the Pip Boys and the guns and the power armor, but it does give you some cool stuff as well. In my opinion, I think it's really cool to have, there's the Hellfire armor, the Exo 2 armor. It gives you the backpack, some new weapons, some of the Doom weapons, which I like. It gives you a good amount of new content. It gives you, a few more power armors and player homes too. And some of the new quest lines are fun to kind of run around through. I think the new bunker home one that's supposed to be included with this was a little tedious in my opinion. For very underwhelming ending, compared to, because it gives you like 3 different player homes, but that's just me yapping. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully this fixes it for you. If there are other fixes that worked for people and it doesn't just have to be PC, go ahead and share them in the comments, and I'll try to heart them so they stick to the top, or about as good as they can stick to the top. If you see a confirmed method, just go ahead and thumbs that up so it stays at the top so people can kind of use this as a resource for other problems. If it didn't work for you, hopefully you can find one in the comment section. So yeah, thanks.